Hi, this is Gail. Welcome to my channel. Today, I want to share with you what I'm doing with some of my Beebeecraft goodies. And the first of which is the faux leather. And there are 12 pieces in the package of the faux leather and different colors, obviously. This is a navy blue. This is the first one I'm going to start with. Now, this is 13 and a half by 8, okay? It wasn't quite enough for me to do a 9 by 6 journal cover. So, what I did was I created a journal that is 5 inches wide by 6 inches in height. Probably could have gone 5 by 7 if I had wanted to, but I wanted to make sure I had a nice wide spine because I tend to make chunky monkeys. So, what I wanted to show you today is that I am going to cover this book using the leather, the faux leather. And so you will be able to see how I do that and then be able to do the same yourself. Now, I've already constructed this. This is a really heavy cardboard someone had given me. They were 6 by 6 blocks, so I cut this down to 5 by 6. And then I had to make my 2-inch spine. I used another piece of this and cut out the 2 inches. Then I used Tyvek. You can see it's all the way around, and glued that together. And one of the tools that I use when I'm making a cover comes from this company, and it is Colorway Arts, and they are online, www.colorwayarts.com. And this tool is an acrylic spacer and a corner tool. And what I love about it is that as a spacer, all you have to do is set this down inside and keep it there while you're gluing, or first to set your cardboard down on the Tyvek, and to get the spacing correct, then glue it, and then you can go back in there and squirm it around a little bit and make sure it's right. And then of course I always use my um, bone folder of sorts to make sure the creases are there so that it'll bend well once it's all dried. Then I'm going to show you how this tool right here comes in handy. Oopsie. There we go. When you're cutting your leather, to make sure that your corners are nice and tight, but not too tight so that you have the cardboard sticking through. So let's get started. Now, I could have cut this top piece and bottom piece down a little bit, but I chose not to. A little bit extra is better than not enough, and I didn't feel like it was a big deal. So I'm just basically centering this on here, and there we go. I am going to show you how I use this tool. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to put glue down on this side and then put it down on top of the leather. Now, I've not used faux leather before, so I don't know how well this will work, but I'm assuming this is pH neutral PVA, and it says it's ideal for bookbinding and paper products. Dries clear, it's flexible, and I've used it before and it's always worked well. So I am going to use it again. And I'm just using an old credit card to smear it around once I get it on here. So I'm just lathering it up. Making sure I get it down in the crevices, all across the spine. Gonna spread it out using the credit card. And again, really doesn't matter if it's perfect or if it oozes over, because I kind of feel like I need a little bit more here. Seems like it's being absorbed by the cardboard a bit. Hope everybody's fine today. We have another beautiful summer day here. Not super hot, but gonna go up into the 80s. That's good enough for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna flip this over. Gonna put it down pretty much equidistant top to bottom, side to side. Really doesn't matter if it's perfect. Okay, putting that down. Smooth it out. Rub it down. Getting those cracks. And, oh, gracious, sticky. Making sure it's down in there good, that there's good adhesion on the other side to the leather. Okay, so now what I do with this tool, and I'm going to use my Tim Holtz shears here, because I really don't want to use anything too too nice, because it might dull it. And okay, and let me try first. Where's it at? Well, oh, okay, here it is. Just out of curiosity, let's try this blade first and see if it cuts through it. I haven't tried cutting the leather yet. Oh yeah, piece of cake. That works better than scissors. And I save these. I don't know, might find a use for them. Just me, but hey. Okay, now I can stick that back down. I'm gonna come over here, do this side as well. Probably should have done this before I glued that corner, but oh well. It's working. Oh, that one came right off. Stick that back down. And now I'm gonna go around to this side. All this does is it ensures that you have enough here to cover that point, but not so much that it's bulky. But this is a great tool. It's not there. Okay, so save those little scraps, especially if I decide to later on do something. I can. One of my friends suggested that since it wasn't quite big enough to do a 9x6 journal, or roughly 9x6 is the size I generally make, that we could make patchwork, and you could cut out pieces of the leather and do like a patchwork cover, sort of a Franken pages type thing. So I thought that was kind of a cool idea. Never thought of that. So I might give that a whirl at some point. Okay, so now I'm going to do the long sides first, then come back and catch the shorter ones. Want to make sure there's a good amount of glue right along here. And I think probably easier to just put it right on the leather. Okay, gonna peel it up and over, up and over. Okay. Seems to be doing fine, but I think just to make sure, I'm gonna get out bulldog clips and add some of those to the mix just to keep it glued down well for a little bit. And I think over here, seems like it's really absorbing the glue. And I want to make sure it's down there. So, there. Put that down. Now, it seems to have done better over here. I still want to make sure. Okay. Okay. Now, we want to get this side, pull that up nice and tight. Okay. Rocking and rolling here. And again, right along that edge, make sure we get plenty of glue. I'm going to make sure it's a little more abundant than the other side was. Making sure there's plenty and it doesn't get absorbed way up in there. Okay, gonna have my clips at the ready. They're magnetic, so they're sticking to one another. Okay, so gonna pull it up nice and taut. Here. Glue everywhere. So par for the course for me. If I'm not glue headed to when I do a project, I must not be doing it right. Okay. So take a look from this side. I'm just getting fuzzies, that's all. It's not glue, that's fuzzies, I believe. Anyhow, so you get some idea. Looking pretty good. And again, they say it's faux leather, but I think it looks really great. And it feels really great, too. Okay. I don't know. What do you think? Is it ready? Looks pretty good to me. Okay. Now, let's go over here. We can get this prepped and then fold it up. In fact, I'll just scooch this over just a hair. There. And we can get this all ready. Okay, so, whoopsie, things to fall. Okay, so one of the things that I try to do is to sort of fold that over like so. Just kind of over and in, and then up. I'm going to do that over here too. Just kind of push that over like so. Excuse me. Okay. And now we're going to push this up. Bet you can hear that dove. It's pretty loud. It's right outside my window. Okay. And I'm going to put that right on there. Excuse me. Probably don't even need to do this, but better safe than sorry, right? And I can see a problem area up here on the top, right under there. I think I was being just a tad too frugal with my glue. So I'm going to squirt some up under there. Okay. And my hands are all gluey now, of course. Wouldn't be a project if I wasn't glued from head to toe. Okay. I think that's going to hold better. So let's get out our bulldog clip. Okay, put that on there just for a few seconds. Get that in place. And over here, I think these are good to come off. And they look to me like they held better than the other side did. So we'll take these off just in case we should need them. Down here at the bottom. And let's glue this in. Being a little more generous as I'm doing this one, because it seems like it gets soaked up in the backing of the leather. Okay. And again down here, I'm gonna push that over a little bit. And then and over here, likewise, the same thing. Push that in and over. Now, I'm going to push that up. And I want to clip this right there. I hate that feel of the glue. I must admit, it's so irritating. However, I think you can see why I wanted to make sure that wasn't all the way, why I wanted that to be over a little bit. Then you don't have a gaping edge. And I'll put that there, but I don't think we really need it. Okay. So, okay. This can probably come off. I'm guessing these can too now. Okay. Bend it just a little. Gently. These are just fuzzies that I've picked up off the board. Okay. Fuzzies. Okay. Feels really good and looks great. So there you have it. There is the leather cover. I'm pretty sure that's going to clear up. It's just from the clamp on there is all. And so I think that's pretty impressive. Looks awesome. And this can be a little mini journal. And really liking it. And again, I love the idea that my friend had to take and make sort of a patchwork, a Franken page type, crazy quilt type cover using all the colors, or maybe combining a couple to make a journal cover as well. So I'll take these off in a few minutes, but I don't think you need to see that. Well, I think you have the idea, truthfully. Well, let's see. There. I think they can come off. I could see that I'm not going to want to leave them on long because I don't want it to leave impressions. And again, this is the first time that I've used this faux leather, so I wouldn't have known that otherwise, but I do now. So, how cool is that? Beautiful faux leather cover on a journal. So, that's my first Beebeecraft tutorial on the leather that I purchased from them for this purpose, or pardon me, that I received from them for this purpose. Now, if any of you are interested in receiving some products to try and use and make some tutorials, you can contact beebeecraft.com as well. All the info will be down below in the description, and a link to this product as well. So check it out. I have some other ideas for things that we could do with this leather. You could use them on tags as well. You could cover boxes with these. You could do all kinds of fun things besides the normal things that you do with leather. So thanks for watching. Hope you go out, have some fun, and make something today. Bye-bye.